And now it's Boomer Life.
Lifestyle ideas designed to make your life more engaging, meaningful, and complete.
Celebrating the baby boomer generation. This is Boomer Life.
Welcome back to the program. A couple of guests in studio talking retirement living and making the decision. Jillian Fullerton is with Shannon Oaks, a Baptist Housing Seniors Independent Living Community in Vancouver at 2526 Waverly Avenue down there in Killarney Country. And also in studio with us is Andrea Peterson, whose mom, actually mother-in-law, lives at Shannon Oaks. Because you get that technicality over with.
Technicality for sure.
Okay, now I want to talk to you about wait lists, because this is something that I don't think has ever come up on Boomer Life. We've talked a fair bit about retirement living and ways and means to convince our parents, some of whom are not exactly enamored with the idea, and we've talked about making decisions and downsizing and all of that sort of thing, but I don't think we've ever discussed wait lists. Jillian, when people come in to see you, and you're the first person at Shannon Oaks most times that they're going to have that initial conversation with, are most people, as was the case with Andrea when she first started going there, are they coming in and going, well, here's my mom or here's my dad, and we're shopping, but, we're looking at something a year or two from now? Is that usually the approach?
Often. I don't know if I could say usually. It's often. There's usually a trigger that's happening at some point, and that's what brought them to the door. We do get some people that saying, I'm not ready yet, but I'd like to look, and that's great.
Right.
And so especially I think, as we were talking during the break, when it's couples, that can be more difficult, because our wait lists at Shannon Oaks are for our one-bedroom and dens and our two-bedroom units.
Oh,
There's a huge demand for those. People want more space, especially a couple.
Of course.
Individuals want more space.
Right.
So that they're looking for that. And Shannon Oaks being more affordable than a lot of them in Vancouver, that's a priority. So our one-bedroom and den and our two bedrooms are in great demand. We do have an external wait list and an internal wait list. Now, what I mean by external is people who are not yet moved into.
People like Andrea and her mom who were shopping.
That's right.
Okay.
They would be on our external wait list.
Right.
And then we have an internal wait list of people who have moved to Shannon Oaks, maybe accepted a one-bedroom in the hopes of getting either a one-bedroom or den or a two-bedroom in the future when one comes up.
Right.
Now, at Shannon Oaks, as any good business, we look after our own residents first.
Right.
So whether a person moved in yesterday to a one-bedroom in Shannon Oaks, they go on our internal wait list, and they are at the top before we go to our external. So we look after our own residents first of all. So in order to guarantee more fully that you get your one-bedroom and den or two-bedroom, it's better to move in now and take the one-bedroom, as I think Andrea.
I was just going to say, that's actually, you're describing us perfectly, because Mom is on the wait list for our ground unit, because that was actually her preference, was a ground unit.
Right.
And there wasn't one available, but as we've said, this great opportunity came out with the top floor, so we took that and went on a wait list, internal wait list, in case a ground floor does come available. She'll have that option.
When you were shopping, Andrea, did you put yourself on more than one wait list?
Yes, we did. We went on to 3 different wait lists.
And were they all averaging between 12 and 18 months?
That's the information that was given to us, yes.
Okay.
But I also agree, what I was told falls into what you just said, Jillian. If you wanted a studio, you could probably be within about 6 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't as long. But if you wanted a one-bedroom or a two-bedroom, it was a more lengthy wait.
Okay.
Yeah, so it does seem to be the type of unit that you want.
When you sign yourself up on a wait list, and as Jillian said during the break, wait list is not a bad thing to be on because, at least psychologically, you've got the senior person, maybe he or she isn't ready today, but if they're on the wait list, they know there's going to come an intersection in their lives where that unit is going to be available, and they're going to be called upon to make a decision to occupy it or not. So they're thinking already about what it's going to be like, projecting themselves into that spot, even though they haven't moved yet.
Yeah.
Well, and more importantly, you hope that when you do become ready to make that move, that you're not having to start at the bottom of a wait list. What if you're not able to wait? Now you're forced into choices you're not being able to make your own.
Okay.
Right? Then you may have to make choices based on availability and need rather than you making your own choices for yourself and what you want.
And there's different policies with different communities as well, because some of them, if you're at the top of the wait list and a unit comes up and they call you up and say, hey, that unit of your dreams is now available. Well, we're not ready yet.
Right.
Okay, so then they'll put you back to the bottom of the list or call you again. There's a 3-strike policy in some of those places you were surprised to learn about, Andrea.
We were. Every place had sort of a different policy associated with their wait lists. Some of them charged you a fee to go onto the wait list, and sometimes that was a 1-month deposit that then was credited to your bill if you did become a resident.
Okay, sure.
Other places, it was a certain amount of money, but it was returned to you once you wanted to be removed from the wait list, and then other places there was no charge at all. And then once you were on a wait list, some places, if you got to the top and you were called and you weren't ready yet, you were just removed from the wait list altogether or put down to the bottom. And then a couple of places that we came across had a 3-strike policy. So you'd get a phone call, are you ready? No, we're not. Okay, then you could stay at the top of the wait list and wait it out. Second call, no, we're not ready. By the third, you had a 3rd strike.
Yeah.
And down to the bottom of the wait list you went. But at least it gave you those 3 different options, right? Are you ready yet? No.
Yeah.
Okay, and when the unit became available,
Yes.
months, if not a year or more ahead of schedule, you jumped on it.
We did. Mom did. Mom jumped on it because she just, I guess, decided this was the right time. She really, really liked the suite. She really liked everything that Shannon Oaks had to offer, and she just made that decision and went with it. And
there was a good fit with community too. I mean, you could tell right away that there was a good fit between your mom and the rest of the community. It was a natural. I mean, we were very happy to have her as a member of our community. She just...
And she's still settling in. It's only been a couple of months.
It's only been a few months. It hasn't been long at all.
But, and this is the really neat part about having you with us tonight. You've just been through the experience successfully.
Right.
What's the most important thing you've learned, Andrea, about helping a senior person move into a retirement community?
Well, to be sure that it is the person themselves making the choices, right? You don't want to try and lead anybody into making a choice that's not their own. And it's hard because you have your own opinions.
Sure.
I can say what I like and don't like about all the different places that we looked at. And I was willing, and she was more than happy to hear all of that.
Right.
But it was her decision.
Right.
And so you have to be removed enough from the situation that this has really nothing to do with me. I am here simply to support and facilitate.
And Jillian, you see this, you see the other side of that coin far too often, where the boomers are essentially pushing mom or dad into this scenario and getting a little blowback as a result of it.
It
because
can happen.
It's not their lives, it's mom's life. A little respect, please.
Right.
I mean, Andrea is a great advocate for her mom. She was amazing, and she listened to her mom, and that is a key to a successful hunt, a successful journey in finding a new home for mom. I think that, yes, when people try and if there is resistance, then just step back a little bit.
Yeah.
I think even leave it into our hands. Step back and let us show your mom through, because we will ensure that she is making the decisions. We will listen to her, see what she's looking for, allow us to enable it. Sometimes it can be that a son or daughter are not the best, because of relationships maybe.
Right.
Who knows? I mean...
When it comes time to learning, at least the initial, back to that homework phase, got to remind you about the website again. It's baptisthousing.org. If you go to that website, then you can click on Shannon Oaks and learn all about that wonderful community in East Vancouver. Jillian Fullerton, thank you for coming by. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too, Sterling.
And Andrea Peterson, lovely to meet you. I so much appreciate the visit. It was
a
very
pleasure.
informative.
Thank you very much for having me.
See you next time, friends.